Hello, how is everybody? I'm sure hoping that tonight is going to be a whole lot better than part one was. Um, I got a new laptop today. So the guy came out, he fixed our internet line and said there was a break in the line. Um, we have everything fixed. We reset our internet password to make sure nobody was coming on and stealing our internet. And then today I went out and got a brand new laptop, so I shouldn't have any issues there. And I left everything just as it was. I haven't put anything away. It's been killing me, but I wanted to continue where we left off. Who's here? It looks like I have one person in here waiting. So I've still got everything, and I've actually pulled out more stuff to show more different ways to to do some tassels. So got even more. And because we couldn't finish the other night and I ended up not giving a giveaway, we'll do two tonight. So if you're here at the end, two different people will get to pick one of the tassels that we make. So I know I'm getting some folks in here. If you go ahead and speak up, that would be wonderful. But I've got all sorts of metal. Oh, Rose in the comments on the last video, I was really appreciative. She mentioned chain, and I hadn't even thought about chain. So I got out some chain tonight so we can play with that a little bit. And I've got lots of other metal type pieces that we can use. And of course, all the ribbons and laces and so we'll wait a few minutes here and let some more people come in. I know a lot of people wait till they see the message that we're live. I did send out an email to everybody just to let everybody know that I was going to go live tonight and try to finish this up. I hope everybody had a wonderful Easter. We had a really nice, relaxing day. My husband invited a couple of bachelors over for dinner, and it was really, really nice. In fact, the previous owner of our dog was here and got to play with the dog, and then another guy he works with, and we just had a really nice, relaxing dinner. Went out and played some frisbee with the dog, and it was just really nice. It was really, really, really nice. So let's see. Here we go. We're starting to get some more people in. Hello, hello. Who's here? I'm wondering if anybody. Oh, hey, Deb. Welcome. We had so much fun in the first session, and then my internet crapped out and we could not finish. Do I sound okay? That was part of it. I was very robotic the last time, but I think we've got the internet fixed, and I bought a new laptop today, and so hopefully everything is much better. So please let me know if my internet is good. And I see we've got somebody else came in, so please say hi as you come in. Sounds fine, picture's clear. Oh, good. Good, good, good. So were you on the part one stream? I don't remember, Deb. I was thinking maybe not. And whoever else is here, if you'll say hi, I'm going to go ahead and get started, and we'll, just keep going. People can come back in. So this is what we made the first night. Made this really nice fuzzy with lace and chenille type fibers and a few charms. I've got a dragonfly in there and a little tree of life and some eyelash trim, and that's all hung on a bulb pin. So that's what we did last time. You were probably on Amazon Movies. Oh, hey, Manon. I think it's going to be better tonight. I got a new laptop today. So anyway, this is what we made the first time. Now, the first one. Then we started to work on a grungy one. And I had all these great fibers here. And I found, so rather than just, oh, and remember we did the beads. And I actually tied those two strands together so, you know, they'll hang close to each other. And so what I'm going to do with this one, you're lost. That's funny. This one, I was going through my metal pieces today, and I've got from, you know, jewelry making, I have got tons of metal. And I've got these. I've got some of these tulip bead caps. We're going to use one of those tonight, I think. Look at these great big. Wouldn't that be fun with a tassel hanging down from that? I've got some of these like quarter foil. So I've just got all kinds of stuff in here that can be used. And so we'll play. But one of the things that I found, what did I do? Put it back in there. What I'm going to do with this one, oh, hey, Misty. Just getting started. I brought extra stuff today to do different kinds of tassels. So we had this one that we started when my internet crapped out, and there's the beads that were in it. Oops, kind of lost half of the side there. So what I'm going to do, instead of metal tassels, very cool. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing one that's completely metals, but we certainly could. What I've got here, and I gotta pull this green thread, didn't get through there. On this one, now I could do a lark's head knot in there like we do through, you know, the tags, but on this one, so I've got the brass ring and I've got all sorts of, you know, different sort of grungy fibers. I found some black lace. I don't remember where exactly I lost you all, so I'm not sure exactly how much you saw, but we've got all kinds of fun stuff on here. And then I have some craft wire. This is brass. And so what I'm going to do, instead of tying a string around there, this is another thing you can do. So I'm going to lay it over so I can wrap over the top of it. And I'm just going to pull that wire really tight as I can get it. And wrap it around there to make a tie. Okay. And then that gives us this nice little tassel. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do, this is pretty thin wire. I can probably cut it with. The other thing I'm going to do now is take the two ends. I see one of them. Where'd the other one go? Well, I've got one wrapped up in there really good, so we'll just do the one. I can take this end that's sticking out, and we can find, yeah, I think I got a new laptop. The guy came out. We did have a break in our line outside, and so he fixed that, and everything should be fine. Okay, I've got these little brass, they're like little seeds. And so I'm going to put one of those on, and then I'm going to take a pair of my round nose pliers. Let me get it to where you can see. So you see what I've got here? I've got the end that I was wrapping around, and then I've got this little end sticking out. I'm actually going to cut it down just a little bit. I don't need it quite that long. And I'm just going to put the end of the pliers, or the very end of the pliers, down where the wire is, and wrap it into a spiral. And then I'm just going to keep forming that spiral by holding on to the metal and twisting. Okay, so I'm going to twist and twist, and that's going to hold that bead in place. And it's going to give us a nice little, so I'm going to wrap it all the way up to the bead. So you see what I've got here? Do you see the little spiral that I just made? Hey, April. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to fold it over sideways and kind of crimp it down around that bead. Okay, so the bead now has this little spiral on it. Okay, so that gives us our tassel with a brass ring at the top. It's got our beads in it that we did last time. And I could continue, and I could put other brass beads in here. I could put ceramic beads, seed beads, charms. I'm going to leave this one the way it is, so we can continue. So that gives us 2 tassels now. And I found this black yarn. Somebody was saying black goes with grungy. So we've got this grungy one, and then we've got this springtimey one. All right, there's 2. What shall we make next? I've got some stuff to make like a gold tone. We could do one with a lot of eyelash trim. We could do another grungy one. We could do blue. We could focus on blue. We can, is there a specific color that you guys are thinking? Give me some gold vintage girly. Okay, I gotcha. So here is, well, this isn't really gold, but we can add gold to it. So here is some trim. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue down some things that hang down longer, and then I'm going to roll this trim at the top so that we get a bunch of this with the other pieces hanging out of it. Okay? So we can do, and actually, no, let's not do that. So I'm going to get my Fabri-Tac. And the first piece I'm going to put on, whoops, that's not the right one. Hey, Pat. We're just getting started on a new tassel. We've got 2 done. And on tonight's Craft and Grab, there will be 2 winners since I had to stop early last time and we didn't get to the point where anybody got to win. So let's see, I want to make this about 6 inches. Oops. So right about there. Now this trim will fray, so I'm going to just put a little bit of glue right at the very bottom of it. You won't even see it, but that'll hold it together. So we'll have that. Let's see, we'll roll up about that much. Lost some of the other trims out of there. Okay, so let's put another piece of this kind of in the middle here. Gold, vintage, and girly, she says. Come on. stay down. I'm going to get a little clip and clip it on till that Fabri-Tac dries. And we'll cut that one. Okay, there's that. Now, I've got, would you like some of this in there? This has got like a goldish tint to it. It's kind of got some orangey and gold and, excuse me. I don't know where the end is on this thing. Well, I just rolled this up right before we came on because it was all frayed out there. Do you want some of this? Misty, you want some of this in the tassel? Give it a little frilly with the eyelash trim, and then we'll get some laces and put in there with it. I don't know where the end is on this thing. I'm just going to cut it. So let's just put a little bit of this on. Gold, frilly and girly. I love it. Okay. Yes, and double it up. I did, Deb. I absolutely did that. Because, yeah, eyelash trim by itself, it's not, you have to get a double, at least a double strand, sometimes even more. Let's put some down here. And then I'm going to look behind me and see what I might have. I know at some point I bought some gold, real thin gold thread. I don't know where it went. Hang on, ladies. I'm looking through my stuff. Oh, here's a pretty. This is like white with gold. I don't know if this is what you call gimp, but it frays real bad. So we'll put some glue at the end. And this one, I'm not going to make it real full. I want to keep this. Nope. I don't know if I want to use this because, well, I guess if I put this towards the outside, it'll be okay. I want to make sure we don't see the underside of it. And again, eyelash is so pretty. Yep, it really is. Okay, get a little there. Now, let's see if I roll this up, how it looks, because I don't want this one to be super full. We've got that out on the outside, and then we've got some stuff hanging down. So what I'm going to do, I'm just taking this and rolling the top part. And we've got some that are really long, probably don't need to be quite that long. What do you think? Is this, Misty, is this gold and girly enough? Just a cute little tassel, and then we can put some charms on it. We can put some little gold charms on it. So you tell me, Misty, since this was your idea, is that got enough gold and frilly stuff in it? What do you think, Misty? Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to put the glue down on the inside so we can roll it up the right way. And then I'll show you how we'll put this one together. A little bit different. Wait till you see it. You'll love it. So what I'm going to do is just put some little glue along here. And then I'll go back and roll it again since I didn't have the glue on it the first time I rolled it. All right, so there we go. There's our little tassel with the gold pieces and the eyelash trim, and then you've got this little white one with the gold on it, and then we've got this at the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of that, actually, yeah, I'm going to take a piece of this. This is, yeah, that might not be strong enough. What I'm looking to do is put a piece of wire up through it so that we can, I said I was going to use one of those, pull this open a little bit, and we can put this down over the top, and then look at that little tulip hanging over the, isn't that pretty? So what I need is a wire. Well, I'm going to have to glue that onto there too. But I need a wire to come up out of the bottom, and I don't have any heavier, brass, so I'm going to use copper. And again, I'm just going to make a spiral. This time it's going to be more like a coil rather than a spiral. So I've just coiled it up, and I've got a little coil at the end. I'm going to put a little glue on that, so when I pull it up, it'll stay in place. Kind of find the middle of this guy. And let's push that wire up through there. There we go. Okay, so we now have our tassel, okay, with all the fun little frills. And then I'm going to put some glue inside the top of that, and there's a hole in the top, so I'll push that down over and then squeeze it together so the little tulip closes up. And there we go. Now you can do lots of things with that. We could add a little bead at the top to finish it off. No, not that one. How about just a little plain? I like putting just a little plain round bead right at the top. Okay. Has anybody here ever done a jewelry loop, like where you do a closed loop? Yep, isn't that cute? So I'm going to do a jewelry loop, and I'll show you how to do it. There are a gazillion videos out on YouTube, but I'm going to put my pliers right at the end of that wire. Okay, and then I'm going to make a 90-degree turn. So I end up with that. And then I'm going to take my round pliers and put it this small end of the plier right where the bend is, right up next to the wire. See that? It's right in there where the bend is. And then I'm going to like pull the wire back. Then I have to rotate my pliers because I've run into the back of them and continue that up. And when I do that, you see the little loop that I have formed? See that little loop? This gauge right here is 20. The brass that I used on the other one to wrap around was 26. Thanks for asking. I probably should have mentioned that. Okay, so now I'm going to hold on to the loop, And I'm just going to pull this around that little stem. And I like to use pliers to pull it really tight. So I'm mixing copper and brass metals, but that's okay. And I need to go get my little wire nippers. Hold on one second, ladies. I'll be right back. Hey, Lou.
Yeah.
Internet is awesome.
I'm sorry?
The internet is awesome.
Works well?
Yeah, I'm live right now. Lady said everything is looking good and sounding good. Had to tell my husband it's all going well. The lower the number, the thicker the wire. That is absolutely true. And it's backwards from what you might think. So I cut that off really close. And then I'm going to take my pliers and just squeeze down that little piece just so it doesn't scratch anybody. And I'll center up that loop. And there it is. There's a little loop on that. So now we can take a gold bulb pin. I don't know if I'd go that far, Misty. So we've got some mixed metals here. We've got some copper, we got some brass, we got some gold, but that's okay. But look at that one. And again, we could put charms on that. You could put whatever you want. Beads, little pearls. Pearls would be pretty on there. And that's the eyelet. I'll probably trim that off a little bit. All right. Hey, Wendy. So there's that one. So we've got 3 now. We got the first one we did the other night. We've got the grungy one that we just finished with the beads in it, seed beads in it. And then we've got this real pretty little what did I do with my ball pen fell off. I didn't close it all the way. And then we've got this real pretty little frilly gold girly one with a tulip bead cap at the top. All right. What's next, ladies? We could do another one like that. I've got some of this trim. That would be pretty. It would be up closer. We could do this and then have some stuff hanging down. That's another gold one. I've got all sorts of fabrics and ribbons and laces and oh, thank you. Thank you, Wendy. Yes, thumbs up would be great. So what are you guys thinking? We do a blue one, a green one, a neutrals, a brown, another fabric one. Okay. So I've got all of this fabric. Ooh, I have this blue stuff. I have all of this fabric that we can cut down and make strips and make a fabric. Let's see. So we got to go about 13 inches. I was so devastated the other night when I had to quit. You guys just don't know. I went upstairs and told my husband, I said some cursey words. When you pull it too close to the edge, it doesn't want to cut well. So yeah, I said some cursey words, I have to admit. All right, so there's a piece of blue. Let's put some of this sari silk in there. We might do another one of the blue. Let's put some sari. Actually, I'm going to cut it lengthwise first. And we'll get a length of sari silk that is about the same length. Put your quarters. I love cursing and you're good at it. Well, Wendy, I could have given you a run for your money on the cursing the other night. Purple, black, and blue together. Oh, okay. Let me see what I've got. Here's a piece of black. Do you not want this off-white one in here? Deb, you want me to take that one out? I certainly can. I did it again. Too close to the edge. Yeah, you know, Miss Wendy, when you first hear her, you think she's just this sweet little, not little, sweet lady, like a PTA mom. But I'm telling you what, she's got a salty side to her. Keep going with it? Okay. I don't know what's going on with this fabric. It's killing me here. We're going to have a lot of threads left, but I'm going to try to pull them off all at once and not. There we go. So we'll do 2 pieces of blue. Let's do one more of the black. And now I got to find some purple. I got to find something. I got pink. Ooh, here's a purple with a sparkly in it. It's a dark purple. You want that, Deb? Oh, almost out of screen. Thank you. Please do let me know because I tend to pull things towards me when I'm working. Okay, so we've got black, we've got blue. I've got one. Tell me if you think we should put one more of these in just for some light. I'm gonna put it in. We can always take it out. And then what about this sparkly, Deb? You like that one with the silver sparkles in it? If not, I know Wendy very, very well. We're pretty darn good friends. And I know she can curse with the best of them. All right, so here we go with what this is starting to look like. What do we think about the sparkles? Okay, she says yes, sparkles. Oh, this one tears easily. So think about what else we want in this. Do you want some ribbon? I mean, I love the eyelash trim just because it's so fluffy. Or lace. I can put lace in there. So I've got 2 of each color, and we've got purple and black and blue and the beige. That's what we've got so far. What else? I have a shirt that says fluent and foul language. That's funny. I need to make a magnet out of that. I make magnets out of metal, and I've got one that says naughty chickens lay deviled eggs. And that is one of my most popular magnets. So I'm fluent in foul language. I've got to make one of those. Pat, maybe I'll have to send you one since you gave me the inspiration. Okay. So there we go. What do you guys think? Some darker laces. Let me see. Let me look at my trims behind me here real quick. doesn't work. Oh, I've got some. Oh no, this is dark brown. That doesn't work. Let's see what else I might have. I have this kind of felt-like ribbon, and I don't remember who sold it, but this is like a jeans color. Let's put a piece of that in. Aloha, Valerie. Thanks for joining. We are making tassels. Okay, there's some of that. So, Deb, who else said a fabric one? Somebody said a fabric one. Some lace, maybe, Manon says. Okay, let me see if I've got some lace that will work with this. Lordy knows I've got enough of it. Ooh, look at this purple. It's a crochet piece. What do you think about this? Deb, you like that purple? Quit hoarding that lace. Oh my gosh, you should see the box of lace I have. Look at this. Oops, I just pulled it off the thing. Can you see that box of lace? Full of lace. I just broke my camera again. I have such, I need to buy, now that I have a new laptop, I'm going to get a new camera that's even better. For those of you who, hang on, I got to tape it together because it's, or maybe I can use some of this wire. The little, actually, hang on, I'm going to turn off my camera. There we go. I turned it off for just a second so that I can get this thing back on here without making you guys sick. I shouldn't have messed with it and tried to move it. Okay, hang on. I'm still working on it. The little screw piece came out of the camera, so it won't stay on. It won't screw on to the mount anymore. And I had kind of glued it back in, and it was working, and then I just went and messed with it. It's all your fault, Wendy, because you wanted to see all that lace. I'm saying it's your fault, and I'm sticking to that. So I couldn't, this was the only camera, the only model, because my laptop was so old that the USB ports wouldn't support the newer cameras. So now that I have a new laptop, okay, let's see if that's going to work. Okay, don't touch the camera, Cheryl. All right, no more touching. Let's see, let me quit ordering that lace. Yeah, it's a whole bin, and that's only one. Rubber bands for a long time. Yeah. It's always your fault. Hey, what do you think about this bright purple? You like that, Deb? And then we said maybe some lace. This is kind of lacy. I don't know if we should put 2 pieces of that in or just 1. Oh, tulle. I have a ton of tulle. Hang on. I have a whole roll of it, if I can find what I did with it. You guys, I have more stuff in here than should be legally allowed. I have stuff for days and days and days. All right. I've got this whole roll of tulle. I need to sell some of this. Anybody need tulle? Maybe whoever wins the giveaway, maybe I'll throw some tulle in because I have a whole roll of it. I bought it for my gardening. Oops, that doesn't work. I bought it for gardening because I planted cabbages the first year. And the rabbits eat that. Well, not just the rabbits, but there's cabbage moths. And they get in there and lay their little eggs. And then the larvae hatch and they just eat your plants up. And so I had seen where if you put tulle over them, the rain can still get in, and but the moths can't. And you could see them; they would come in. Let's act surprised. I have everything. You should. Oh, hey, Melody. So there's some tulle in there. I may need to put a couple more pieces because it's pretty light. I wonder if, like how you can take seam binding and wet it and crinkle it up. I wonder if tulle, what would crinkle it is if you held it up over a flame. Let's put one more in there. Okay, and then somebody said lace. Let me find. So I've got this black lace that I used in the grungy one. How about some black lace? All right. And then we'll call that good for this one. Now, how shall we bind this thing? Shall I just tie string around it? I could use another metal ring. To hold it together and then put it together after that. What do you guys think? Hey, ladies coming in. What do you think? Who suggested the fabric one? I know Deb's been given a lot of colors, but somebody else mentioned the fabric. Who was that? You guys tell me, how should we close it at the top? Because I have an idea if you guys don't. Now, do you see what my desk looks like with all this fabric and stuff? This is how I craft. This is how I craft, and I'm very comfortable and at home with it. All right, let's pull these all together. What do you guys think of that for a tassel? It's got this bright purple. I think we need one more piece of that. Where did it go? There it is. And this, you know how you get stuff and you're like, I would probably never use that. This is just a little crocheted piece. And I got it, I don't know, it came in with some stuff from a an estate sale, but I kept it. I don't throw anything away. And look how nice it's working in here. Okay, so there we go. There's a nice big tassel. Hey, Vix. There we go. There is purple and black and blue with a little bit of beige in it. Let's see, how do I want to put this together? Let's do another metal piece. Oh, here's one that's got a little black in it. I don't know if all this stuff is going to go through there, but we'll see. We'll make it work. Isn't this fun, you guys? Come on. I'm going to be doing some crafting sessions, not craft and grab because I can't afford to give away a lot of sterling silver stuff, but I'm going to be doing some crafting sessions coming up with my metal work where I'll just be online making some stuff because I've got to get some inventory made. All right, what about that? And that's the purple and the blues and the black and a little bit of beige with the tool. And I managed to get a little ring at the top. So now what are we going to tie that with? How about do we want a piece of that? Oh, I've got some other blue that was too short to use. That one was long. Got a piece of this black lace we could use to tie around it. How about if we do that? How about the black lace? And then I have an idea. All right, I'm going to tie this into a bow. And then how about we hang a couple of charms off of the tails of that bow? And then we can put another bulb pin in the top. And I think I might even have some black bulb pins. I do. Okay, so there's the black bulb pin, there's the bow. Now, let's look at the charms and see what we've got in the charms. All right, I'm thinking that maybe something silver might with this because we have the black. We don't really have any gold or copper or any other color in there. So I'm thinking something silver. What do you guys think? A whole bunch of silver stuff. Charms make it for sure. Yeah, I agree. I haven't been putting charms in all of them because whoever wins, I'm thinking, they can also put charms on. How about a butterfly? Or if I end up keeping them, I can put charms in later. If I can get that through there. It's a little tiny hole to get through that charm, but if I just get a corner of that lace, if I can get it started, it'll probably go through. Come on. There we go. All right. There we go. So how about this little butterfly? Yeah, silver with these colors, silver's definitely the best. If it was a rustic looking one, then, copper or brass, but oh, I have to show you guys an idea that I had. Maybe we'll do that next. I have been racking my brain for different ideas for making tassels because you know what? The options, the possibilities are truly endless. Okay, there's a little butterfly right in the front there. What else? How about a music note? You guys okay with that? I tried to pick one that had a hole that was decent size. Some of those holes are really little to get the thread through and this lace. So let's do this one with the music note. Hey, Rhonda. Okay, so there's a butterfly and there's a music note. And there's a nice big fluffy. Actually, we can't do things in twos. That just doesn't work. So look at this little turtle. Let's go down a little farther and put a third one because you gotta have 3. Yeah, I don't know if this one's gonna go through there. That hole's not quite big enough. Ooh, look at this cat. You guys like that cat? I think I can get this through the hole. I think I might have to cut a little sharper point. Okay, be thinking about what we should do next. What did I do with that little one? Oh, you know what else I have? I have this little starfish. It even has a little bigger hole. So one of the things I thought about, is anybody here into steampunk? Because if you are, I've got a steampunk idea I think you'll like. And if you're not, it still could be a a vintage or grungy type look. You'll see what I'm thinking. Okay, there we go. So we've got 3 charms on front and they really stick out. We've got too many strings. What I do is I usually just run my hand down and pull all the strings down and then cut them off if I need to. So there we go. We've got a butterfly, a music note, and a starfish. Okay, we'll do a steampunk one next. And then I've got that on a black bold pin with a little black bow up here. It's kind of hard to see, but it's a little black bow. And then we've got purple and black and blue and a little bit of beige. What do you think? That's a nice big thick tassel. You guys approve? So that's 4 that we've made. And again, there's going to be 2 winners tonight. So you guys be thinking about which one you like if you win. So here was my thought on the steampunk thing. My thought was, let me see if these are the right ones or if I need to get a different. have these gears, but I had, I think, some different ones. Maybe those were the ones I was looking at. I thought I had some different ones. Not there. Let's see, and all this brass stuff that I've got in here. There are some keys that would be good for steampunk. Okay. All right, oh, I know where they were. They were right here in my other box because these work better, I think. So here's what I was thinking. What if we took like that, or that in brass? I have it in silver. I'll let you guys pick the gear that we're going to use. I have a round one, I have a copper one, so I have that in all three colors. That's brass, silver, and copper, and I only have one of the big ones. So we're going to take one of these gears, and I'm going to let you guys pick which one. I'll hold them up and run some threads through like the holes in it, and then I'm going to use mostly like twine and thread, and then we'll put like a charm on each one or a bead. So here are your choices. Tell me if you want the big one, which is this one, round holes, or the little oval holes. So tell me which shape and then we'll pick the color. Which one do you guys want? What do you think? The big one? Okay, I had one vote for the big one, so the big one it is. All right, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to find my thread. Hang on. And I'm just going to this may turn out, it may not turn out. I'm just going to take some 13-inch lengths of thread, different widths, and I'm going to put these on with lark's head knots. And this is just a brainchild of mine, so it may or may not work out, but we'll have fun doing it anyway. Here's this stuff. And then I'm going to put either a bead or a charm at the end of each. It came in a little after the buzzer there, Vic. Sorry. We can do another one if you guys want. If you like how this turns out and you want to do another one, you can vote to do another one of these. But I just want to get a bunch of threads. I guess we could put a black on there too, since it is steampunk. You know, you guys, I have been collecting stuff for probably 15 years, and I have amassed a lot of stuff over the years. And I know people have a lot of de-stash sales, and I don't do that. I don't ever do that because stuff like this comes up. I would have sold this stuff off a long time ago because I don't use it that much. But when you want to go and do something, it's just so nice to have the stuff that you need. It's nice to have the stuff you need, and you just know it's all good. Just thinking about making a squid with the one you have now. Oh, well, just put your imagination to it. And, you know, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It's not the end of the world. You may find that when you try to make the squid, you make something else that you like even better. So, and I may cut these shorter. Well, maybe not. They may be too long. We'll see. But I'm just putting these through and leaving the strings hanging down because I think this twine has more of the steampunky look to it. Don't you think? Almost Dreamcatcher like. And then we'll put keys and what is a squid? It kind of looks like an octopus, but not. Do you ever eat calamari? Calamari is a squid. And I'm not putting these all through the exact same way, so they're not all just gonna, you know, line up in a row. Okay, let's do one more. And then we'll start putting stuff on. Same family, yeah. Oh, I was gonna say you're sheltered, Wendy. You don't know what a squid is. Well, I think she's saying that she wants to make something that looks like a squid, maybe using this, you know, with the tentacles, these as the tentacles. So let's start with that. Now, don't we think they need to be a little bit shorter, like maybe about right there? I think this is too long. I think it's too far away from the main. Oops, I'm off camera. I think we need to cut them off. But what I'm going to do, instead of cutting them right away, I am going to tie them on where I want them, and then we'll cut. Because if I cut them off and they're too short, then I'm kind of stuck with it. So let's find some keys. And then I've got some smaller gears. Let's see, like here's a little key. You know, you can buy these little charms on Amazon for next to nothing. So I'm thinking about that length. I don't know what you guys think, but let's try it. And if we want it longer, then I can always untie and retie. The other thing, remember, is that if you feel more comfortable, you could put a little dab of glue at these knots. I don't think they're going to come out, but you can always do some glue. So there we go. There's a key. Let's put another key over here. I'm going to put this one up a little bit higher. And then I can even put some little gears down at the bottom as well. But I'm thinking just a bunch of metal pieces that kind of clink together. So I want to mix these up. I've got some little pieces here, and I just dropped one on the floor. There it is. So let's see. Here's one with a little heart on it. I like that, or just a little round one. Oh, steampunk. Here's a clock. How about a clock? Got a couple of clocks we can choose from. Got that one. Okay, which clock do you like? The bigger one or the smaller one? You guys tell me which. Oh, those came out almost at the same. The big one? The small one, the bigger one. We have 2 votes for the big one and 1 for the smaller one. So we'll go with the big one. How about if I put them both on there? How about if we put 2 clocks on? I mean, it is steampunk. Let's see. My keys kind of came out the same, so I need to. Well, these threads may not have been too long after all. Okay. There's the. Once we get charms on all of these, it'll be better and cut off the tails. You'll be able to see stuff a lot better. And the small one, where shall we put that? How about up here? And since it's small, maybe we'll take it up a little higher, maybe? Oh, that thread doesn't want to go through there. Let's see if I have a thinner thread. I do. Oh, this one already has a key on it. So how about if we put a clock on it as well? Put 2 charms on this one. Why not? Okay. There's a key and a clock. And let's put this little gear. I got to get something up towards the top a little more. I don't see anybody saying, no, don't do that. I hope you would tell me if you didn't like it. I'm glad that you're kind of liking all my little ideas here. Oops. Okay, there's a gear. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Let's see, where else do we need one? We've got the first string done. This next string needs something. Now, let's look in the brass box and see if there is anything. Oh, this is cool. Look at this little brass nugget. We'll put that on as well, that little brass bead. Oh, hey. Thanks, Susan. We've made a few tonight already. And the good news is that we had the technician out. We actually had a break in our line. He fixed that. And today I went out and bought a new laptop. So we are good to go. Okay, got that. Got a few more of these that we need to do. How about a bigger key towards the bottom? I'll get back up here and frame. I want to get something that kind of looks steampunky. How about this one? I don't know if this string's going to go through. But I want to put something, oh, how about this one instead? This one's got a bigger hole. Steampunk journal, this will be great to add to it. Yeah, I just took, did you see how I started it? I'll show you in a second as soon as I get this on. And I'm going to put this one down quite low. So I guess I did need that length for this tassel. And if you can hear any music coming through, that's my husband watching TV upstairs. Okay, and we'll cut off all those ends so it'll look better. But I took a gear, Susan, and then I just took some different kinds of twine, different colors, sizes, and I just used that lark's head knot and put a few strands in. Have something to, tie onto. And I'm looking for another something that might go. Oh, here's some little brass ones. Oh, those are Christmas. Don't want Christmas. Oh, here's a lock. Locks are steampunk, aren't they? I just lost it now. Where'd it go? Where did it go? You see it, ladies? There it is. Look at that lock. So we have this one. Let's put the lock on with the gear. You loving this, Wendy? I am too. This is so much fun. And it's so much more fun doing it with you guys and getting input. And all right, so we've got that. String is done. And I can actually cut off my little extra tail so it's not in the way. That one's done. That one's done. This one's got 2 on it, so it's done. This one's got the big clock. That's all it's going to get. But yeah, if you don't have any of these little charms, go on Amazon and just look for like brass charms, copper charms, silver charms, and you'll see, I mean, I think they all come from China, but let's put another little gear down here. Where'd my gears go? Oops. Tear my cigar box apart. I don't know what I did with my little. Here are some little gears. Let's put. We've got a key, and then I'm just going to put another little gear. And like I said, if you feel that it makes it more stable, you can go back in and put a dab of glue on each of those knots. I think they're fine, but I know some people like to be extra secure. All right. That guy doesn't want to. There we go. All right, let's see what I've got left. I've got this string and these. Oh, I've still got a lot left. Look at that. All those little, oops. Look at all those little pieces. Isn't that great? Let's see. Oh, I've got these cool keys. They're all the same, but we can put one of these on. Let's see. Tie that on. And then I think I'll put a larger gear on one of these. Something up a little bit higher. Let's see. How about this one? And we'll put it up in this area so it's let's see, how about this one? That's the whole hard part, is trying to get everything balanced. And I could have put more strings on. I could have put fewer strings on. Could have put different kinds of string on. Okay, that one didn't go up as high as I was hoping it would. I need to retie it. It's still too low. I need some stuff up a little closer to the main gear up there. Yeah, isn't that fun, Susan? And you can go in and put all sorts of, I mean, I'm just going through what I have. Cut that off and come on. I tied that so good I can't get it off. So yeah, I don't think it's going to go anywhere once it's tied. There we go. And you're getting a good glimpse of how I craft. So how'd you guys all do for Easter? Did everybody have a nice Easter? We had the most relaxing, fun, and nice time. My husband, I was saying this at the very beginning of the stream, my husband invited over 2 of his coworkers who are bachelors. He said when he invited them, it took them all of 30 seconds to say yes, because they had nowhere to go. And so I made up a real nice, ooh, that one's going to be really short. That's okay. I made up relaxed, yeah. The April, the charms are really, I mean, you'll pay like $7 for a huge bag of them, if that. They're really, I mean, they come from China. They're not anything fancy, but for junk journals, they work just fine. One is a little short, so I am going to put a dab of glue because I can't knot it twice, and that may very well come loose. So I'm just going to put a little dab of glue on that knot. So yeah, we had, oh, now they're kind of the same height. I don't like that. Well, let's see when it's all done. Let's put one right about here. So we had ham and deviled eggs. If you're a friend of mine on Facebook, you saw my deviled eggs. And what else did I make? Candied sweet potatoes, shrimp salad, and asparagus sauteed with garlic. It was yummy. And these guys, that we do on a Sunday. Hey, watch the children have fun. Yeah, it was just a nice, relaxing day. But you would think these guys hadn't had a home cooked meal. They probably haven't had a home cooked meal in a long time. All right, let me kind of put some of this stuff back, and then we'll look at the final thing. I'll make a half-hearted attempt to clean up because I don't clean till the whole project's over. Then I put everything away. Okay. There's that. There's a little gear. Those away. Oh, I broke my little box. It'll go back together. All right. And now a bulb pin. Let's put a black one on there. Okay, so there's the bulb pin. Now I could have put another piece of string on there up to the bulb pin, or, oh, I have one more. I have one more. What do we need to put on here? We've got lots of gears towards the top. How about if we do one more of those little nuggets? Oh, you guys. So I was supposed to have my sale last night. That was my day to sell, but it was Easter, so obviously I didn't. So next Sunday I will be selling, and I have that wedding dress all cut apart. I just have to cut the satin material. And so we'll be having wedding bundles next Sunday. All right, let's look at it now. All right, it's just got a bunch of gears and clocks and keys, all the stuff. And look at that. That'd be fun. Can't you just hear that clinking on a journal spine? But fun stuff for a steampunk journal. Hey, Doria. So let's recap. Last session we did the springy one with a couple of charms. Tonight we did the grunge that had the beads on it that we strung last time. And then we did the purple and black and blue. And we got 3 charms on there. It's tied at the top with lace. And we've got the music note, the butterfly, and the starfish. So we got that one. And then we have the girly gold one. And this is a real thin one. It's just tassels, little trims, and some, this is all just trims. And then it's got the gold tulip bead cap at the top holding it together. And then we did the steampunk one. All right, what do you guys think? What's next? How about, what do you guys think of this idea? What about one that has, hang on, I gotta get something. I've got a whole bag of muslin scrap that I paid 50 cents for. What if we make a neutral that just has all muslin and laces in it? Well, 2 people are going to win tonight. What time is it? 8 o'clock. We'll go till 8:30. That'll be 2 hours. And that's kind of what I said I wanted to start doing. So how about if we make a neutral one with some muslin? Some of these scraps here. I don't have any feathers. I wish I did, but I don't have any feathers. That's like the one, well, I have some, but they're real big. That's the one thing I don't have. So there you go. When my birthday comes, you can send me some small feathers. All right, let's just do a bunch of different, oh, this has got a border thing on the bottom of it. Gotta tear that off. All right, there's that. We'll do a few of these. And then I've also got some of this stuff we can put in there. That'll thicken it up, and then we'll put some laces in with it. Oh, yeah. Great idea. And I wish I had some feathers. But are you guys starting to see that if you haven't done these before, or even if you have done them before, have you stepped out of your comfort zone and tried to do some, like that steampunk one? That just came to me today. I thought, oh, why not? Why not try doing, you know, some charms and gears and all right, so here's this. This is going to be like a neutral, but let me find some laces. This is a thick lace, but I think I can cut it in half. Or maybe even thirds. Yeah. I'm going to cut this into thirds. And it doesn't have to be a perfect cut. I'm kind of following a certain line of the lace here. And then we'll do the same on the other side, and we'll have 3 pieces of lace to put in it. I was telling the ladies earlier, for those of you who just came in, that they won't be like craft and grabs, but I'm going to go live at least once this week and work on some of my silver metal stuff. I need to make some little stackable rings, and I just need to make some stuff. There you go. Now we need some more of that muslin, I think. Kind of overrun by laces. And I'm off camera again. I'm so bad about that. I get to working and I forget to look up at the. Would love to watch you work with metals. I will be. I will be this week. I have a couple of videos up where I've done that. Okay, so there's some nice laces. I think we need to find one more lace. Something a little different color. Maybe a darker one. How about this one? Not even. I get these things at estate sales and then I don't use them. I mean, look at how pretty this one is. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And then that trim, that would have been pretty in the Easter color one. I've got more stuff than I can use in 100 years. The beige thing on your left is the sari. Yeah, you want me to put the sari in there too? Let's do a piece of lace that's a little bit longer. And are you talking about this one? I have a bigger piece of that sari too somewhere. This is going to be a fun project to clean up from, I can tell you. Not. We'll put this one in. And I'll let it hang down a little and then I can, cut it off a bit. What do you think about that? Is that enough? What do you think? I think this piece needs to be a little bit thinner. It's too wide. If I was making a huge tassel, like a really long one, that wider would be fine, but I think this one too needs to be a little. Well, I got to get my button gear because I'm going to have shows coming up this summer and I don't have enough inventory. And my store over in Durham is yelling, please send us more. So I got to get going and get some stuff done. Okay. Let's see here. So let's pull out all these little extra strings. And We'll layer these up. Move up in the screen. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you for the reminders. I'm really bad about that. I need to give one of you guys my text. I think Wendy has it. So you can text me, catch my attention when I wander off screen, because I get busy working, and like we all do, and you don't pay attention. What do you guys think? Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that pretty? Let's put, see, what shall we tie the top with? I want to use, I think, a piece. Well, I'll tell you, if it's not one thing, it's another, right? If it's not the internet, it's me flying off the screen. It's a good thing you guys love me. You'd never put up with my stuff otherwise. This may be my favorite one. And actually, I am going to take one of these rings and I'm going to tie it in that second knot so that we have something to hang the a jump ring or a hook or, a bulb pin. I'm just going to tie that in a knot and let those hang down as extra pieces. And then we have that hanging out the top. Look at that. Now, for around the front, I wish I had a longer piece of that. I know I've got more of that sari silk because it's, who knows where it went. But I do have some more over here in my drawer. So let's take some sari silk, and I need to cut this piece off because it's, and how about if we put a big old bow right around the top of this. I'm going to pull these down tight before I tie. And I need that. Let me see which side I want the bow on. I think I want it on this side. So let's move this sari silk around to the other side because I really want it to show those pretty laces. Strings her fabric through wire. Oh, yes. And we can do that too. I was going to do one of those where I put some charms and stuff on a wire. I haven't done that yet. There are so many ideas, and please keep sharing. If you think of other things, put it in the comments. Because I certainly don't have all the ideas. I just know, I know the things I know, and that's it. And there's always more to know. Okay. This kind of reminds me of an angel. Then you can fluff it up and make it a little smaller. You know what else we could do? What I think would be gorgeous. Hang on. Hang tight. I am not, there it is. I wasn't finding what I wanted. What if we took a button and put right in the middle of this, kind of come around a little so it's front and center with this thing at the top. But what if we put a button in there? What about that? Oh, that's it. I'm not even going to ask you guys because I want to do it. That's my contribution to all of this because I think this will be gorgeous. Okay, let's make sure that we have the bow situated just right. And fluffed out just right. Uh-oh. Only for a sec. I don't even want to hear that. Look at that, you guys. Is that not a gorgeous tassel? You could add so much to it. And I kind of love all the strings hanging down too. I'm going to take this sari silk and split it up to where the bow is so it's a little thinner. So it hangs down more like a rag thing. So what do you guys think? Do you love it? I know it does kind of look like an angel, doesn't it? Give her a little haircut there. And then this one, I'm going to split this side too. Just up to where the knot is. Oh my goodness. That's got to be my favorite one. All right. We can either stop here, ladies, or we do have time to make one more. What do you think? What would you like to do? We could make one with all different sari silks, different colors of sari silks, because I've got a few. We could make one with just all lace, different laces, different colors of lace. We could make one with just a whole bunch of eyelash trim, like this one that's so fluffy. It doesn't even have any eyelash trim in it. It's just got muslin, and like this is my absolute favorite. That would be pretty just hanging up like in your kitchen off a cupboard. You want to try one with some sari silks? Let me get some out. I have sari silk, and then I also have seam binding. So think about something like with all those colors in it. One more. Okay. Look at these colors. Wouldn't this be pretty all mixed together with the greens and the red and the... Oh, I love it. One more. Okay, let's do a sari silk one. I hate when we get to these parts where they're sewn together. I usually cut that off and use it for something later and try to get a whole piece on here. Well, I'm so glad that we could come back and do this again. Now I'm going to cut these into thinner strips. Okay, there's the white one. I don't know what I did with my little pin that was holding it together, but it's all right. Let's do this green one. We'll cut it. And I'm falling off the screen again. You guys got to yell at me. Wendy, call me on Messenger if I'm falling off the screen. You know, I end up working in about a 6-inch area when I craft because I'm just all over the place. Are you guys like that too? Do you get your stuff like everywhere? So I'm just cutting these about 13 inches because by the time ooh, this one's got a lot of holes in it. So there's a thin piece. Let's cut one more real thin one. There we go. We'll do that. You do? You guys craft all over the place? Oh my gosh, it's just crazy. But I feel like, you know, when I'm doing stuff like this, the fact that I can grab here and there and find things, it just makes me happy. Okay, here's a pink one. That one's thin enough, I think. So probably need to put 2. I need to find some more sari silk, some good sari silk, because I'm running low. All right, what do you guys think? Should we put the dark red in there? Or do you like it more with the pastels and the, you know, kind of neutral colors? Or do we want to put some red in there with it? You guys tell me. Everything out to make choices. I know. And then it stays. That's why I never cleaned off my desk after the last session ended, you know, in such a disaster. I didn't, I'm going to use some of this seam binding. Just leave it natural. Okay. I do have this same seam binding though, and I'm going to add it. And then the other thing I'm going to add, because I haven't done this yet, I'm going to take some silver wire and I'm going to put some charms on the wire and let it dangle down through the. Okay, here we go. I know Wendy wants a bright red one. She's our red girl. And let's put this seam binding into. I have a whole bunch of seam binding that I got at an estate sale, but I want to crinkle it all up. I want to wet it and crinkle it and package it up. Before I sell it, because I really like this crinkled seam binding. Man, she tied that together good. Okay. And that. All right, ladies, what do you think? Do you like those colors? Do we need lace with it or just the sari silk? What do you guys think? Because really, it's up to us and we can do anything we want. Only the pastel. I know you want a red one, Wendy. I'll make you a red one. Not tonight, but. So what do you think? Add lace or just, you know, pull it together with some silver charms coming through and just the sari silk and seam binding? You guys think about that, and I'm going to get my silver wire. And then I'm going to take, this is really fine, fine, fine silver wire. And I'm going to take a long piece of it. I'm going to get some of those silver charms. A little lace, okay. I can do that. I've got just a tad bit of lace here. And I've got more that you haven't even seen. Ooh, this is really, really fine lace. How about this stuff? That would blend in there really nicely because it's very delicate. Okay, are you guys thinking about if you win, which one you want? There's one piece of that. Let me see what I've got up here. Oops. That's a seam binding. That's not lace. I dropped half of it on the floor where it will stay till I finish. Ooh, this is a fun lace and it's kind of raggedy and it's got that ecru color. That would be pretty in there. And maybe one more. Oh, here's a little. Now this one, I am going to cut in half because it's too wide. So I'll just cut it right down the middle. Okay. All in. I think that's enough lace. So I'm going to have one on the top side, one on the back side. So there is that. Now, let's pick out some little silver charms, and I don't think we want anything really big. And then I'll string it on this real little wire. Oh, there's a little seashell. How about a little seashell? And what I do when I put it on the wire is I'm going to have to bring it up if I want to do more than one on here. So then I just sort of twist it, but you have to be careful not to twist too much because it will break eventually. It's like a paper clip, you know, if you bend a paper clip back and forth, eventually it will break. Here's what is this? Oh, it's a little girl. And so when my charm collection gets to the point that it is not diverse enough, then I order another package of these things. There we go. There's the little girl. And let's put one more on the bottom. How about a little butterfly? Now, when I do the one on the bottom, I pull it up and then I sort of twist it together to where I take that little tail. I'll cut it off some. I don't need it quite that long, but twist it enough so that it's not going to, you know, poke out and hurt somebody. Okay, so I've got those there. See, I have to leave enough for twisting. So let's go on the other side. How about a little bicycle? Okay, this one's going to go about there. I'll go about here. And every once in a while, I get too aggressive with twisting and I break the wire, and then I say cursey words again. Wendy, the next time that happens, I'm going to call you so we can do cursey words together. Here's a little 4-leaf clover. Okay, a little 4-leaf clover, and then I think getting caught. Okay, if we go here, then I can put one more right here. Gotta find just the right one. How about one that says made with love? Oh, come up when I twist? Okay. Yeah, I'm just twisting it. But again, you gotta, especially with this real thin wire, you have to be careful not to get too aggressive. And see how I have, can you see that little extra tail hanging off? Hang on, let me get it to focus. Come on. There we go. See that little extra tail hanging out right there? That's what I'm talking about. You want to twist that into the wire so that nobody gets poked by that. And if you can't get it twisted all the way in, you can take a little pair of pliers and squeeze it till that wire bends in. And sometimes it's hard to get, but it will work eventually. You just keep at it. There we go. All right, so let's put all the charms away. And I could do 2 or 3 strands of these, charms on a wire like that. What about the one? Oh, those, all I'm doing, here, I'll show you. Let me get these in here. Here's a Hello Kitty. So if I'm before the end, so I'm up here because I want to start at the top because you want to work down, right? Oh, this one's got a, oh no, it doesn't. Does it? I think this one might have a cut in the, no, maybe not. So you want to start up here and start twisting because you want to put them on down, as you go, you want to go down. So when you get up here and you're up this high and you've got your wire, I just fold them together over the charm, and then I will like put my thumbnail on that and just start twisting. And you want to twist them together. It'll make a twist rather than if you take one side and just wrap it around, then you're just wrapping it around the other wire. You actually want to twist it. And I don't know if it's going to give you that much detail, but let's see. Hang on. Let me get it to focus. Oh, almost. See how that's twisted? Both wires are turning. And it's actually making a twisted wire. So when you are holding it, you want to hold both wires together and then twist. And that will make both of the wires turn rather than just grabbing one and, twisting it around. All right, let's put this baby together. Okay, one of those. And one of those. And I'm going to leave a lot of the strings, maybe some of the ones on the end hanging down I'll cut off, but I'll leave it kind of stringy because that's what makes sari silk so fun. And I've got real dry hands, so it's sticking to my hands. Put a piece of lace down. And another piece of green. The pink. And a beige. And another lace. Come on, get off of me. A lace, another beige, a white. I guess I already got that in. Then let's put, oh, we had this lace too. This was fun. Definitely got to get that up front. And then a piece of the white. Again, let's put this on the bottom. It's not right next to the other one. And this. And then we had one piece of white lace. All right. And now let's get it folded in half and then find my charms, my string of charms. And look at how pretty that is. Little charms hanging down. And then let's take a piece of, actually, that other lace that I had. This lace. I really, really like this lace. So let's put this up at the top. Then we can use this same lace to tie on the front. All right. So let's do this. Look at how gorgeous that is. And look at those charms. And there's one on both sides. And you can kind of pull them, you know, if they get pushed to the back, you can, because it's wire, and position it wherever you want it. But I love it. Love, love, love it. Now, I want to look at one other thing. I don't know if one of these is going to be big enough. But I was thinking about, nope, that one's not big enough. Let's try this one. Nope, those aren't big enough. I was going to put a little bead cap at the top of it, but they're not big enough. There's a little, no, not big enough. All right, let's take now another little piece of lace. And I've got some. Now, should I do? I can take a piece of this lace and I can, because we have the top of our thing here, and so we want to make like a topper for it. Nope, don't like that. I was going to put a topper up there, and let's use a piece of the sari silk. Which color? I like that peach a lot. What did I do with it? Or the green. The green is pretty too. The green is really pretty. How about a lace bow or a bow? Yeah, I was thinking about doing a bow with, I don't know if this is going to be enough though to do a bow. We'll see. Boy, this sari silk, it's like threads everywhere, doesn't it? All right, you guys thinking about which one you like best and which you might like to have? I'll show them all again here in just a minute. Be picking out your numbers. We'll be choosing from 1 to 30. So be thinking about your numbers. And I think I'm going to make a faux bow where we just tie it in a knot, and instead of having an actual bow, we just clip the ends there. And that makes kind of a little bow there. And then we got to find, now see, our charms ended up both on the same side, so that's okay. We'll just pull them back through out to the front and put the sari silk behind it, and there you go. You could pull them both to the front if you want, and that actually makes a lot of sense. If you wanted to be able to see them both from the front, just kind of get in there and find where it is and pull it in front of the, there you go. So now you've got some dainty little metal with that, and we've got a little bow here, and we need a bulb pin. And I think on this one we'll use silver, since we use the silver wire for the charms. I'll just find that lace under there that I tied and hook the bulb pin to it. And there it is. What do you guys think? You got your little silver charms and all that nice fluffy sari silk and lace. All right, so let's recap. And go ahead and put your numbers in 1 to 30. I'm going to pick 2 winners. I'm going to do one that goes is closest going under and one that's closest going over, and we'll have 2 winners since we didn't have one last time. So let me recap. You can choose this one that we just made with the sari silk and the charms. I think that might be my second favorite. This is my favorite. I'll be making more of these, guaranteed. Or you can make the all neutral one with the muslin and the lace. You can choose the steampunk, the twine and the stuff, the charms. You can choose the purple, the blue, and the black with some charms on it. You can choose the shorter frilly lacy one with the gold and the frills. You can choose the grungy. Come on. You can choose the grungy that we made. Okay, and it's got some, and again, you can pull these forward. And if you want them to stay in a certain place, you just glue them. Go up underneath and put a piece of glue in. Like if you want these beads to stay at the front, just glue them in place and they'll stay. Otherwise, as you move it, they're going to, they're heavier, so they're going to fall to the back. But if you want the beads to stay out front, just go up in there and add a little glue. So that one's got the beads. And then we've got the first one we made, which was the spring. And we've got a couple of charms, 3 charms on this one. We've got the butterfly. Oh, this one I put a little triangle of beads. And then we've got the tree of life. So those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got 7 done. Wow. All right. Does everybody have their number in? That's not very many numbers for 14 people in here. But I'm not gonna, where's Wendy? Wendy, put your number in, girl. Who else are we missing? Susan's in. Yeah, Vix, put your number in. There you go. April, Melody, who else? Susan, Manon, do you have your number in? I'm happy to ship it to you, Manon. It's not that expensive. Put your number in, Manon. And don't give me any grief about it now. And we have April Durden and April Storm. Do we have April Durden in? An April storm. Okay, we got both Aprils. I'm looking back up to the top to see who. And I think Melody's in paper. Oh, it is? Where? Oh, there you are. All right, are you guys ready? This is going to be for the closest without going over. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 30.
A random number between 1 and 30 is 25.
Okay, I see April Storm with 22. And I think that might be it. Congratulations, April. Which one would you like? Which one would you like? I'm looking for a bag to put that in. April Storm, tell us which one you want. While we're waiting for that, oh, the steampunk. Okay, you got it. I'm going to ask you at the very end here too. Think about what we should do on the next craft and grab what types of things. Okay, now we're going to go with the closest going over. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 30.
A random number between 1 and 30 is 10.
Well, it might be the Aprils, the night of the Aprils, because April Durden has 12. Look at that. It's the Aprils. Which one do you want, April? Yay. Pick one. And I'll get those off in the mail to you. The last one that I did, the Sari Silk one with the little silver wire and charms. I know, April night. April Durden. Okay. You got it, hon. And I think I have mailing information for both of you. And oh, I get to keep my favorite one. And now I have a few more to use to either put in my Etsy store or use in my journals. So this helps me to fill my stash as well. Well, Susan Schultes, I want to see when you make your steampunk. I want to see how it comes out. And any ideas or thoughts on what we should do next time? It was fun. This really was a lot of fun. And I love getting you guys involved instead of just sitting and watching me craft. That's no fun. G what, Wendy? Oh, good night. Well, listen, if you guys think of anything, bead dangles. Okay. I've got more beads than Carter's got pills. So, okay. And good. Yeah, craft around the things that I sell and then it helps you use stuff up. Okay. I'll do that. I'll look at some recent sales and find some things that we can craft around. All right, ladies, thank you so much for coming back for round 2. At least the internet cooperated. Sounds like there were a couple little glitches, but nothing huge. Thank you. And April D and April S, congratulations. It was the night of the Aprils, and I'll get your prices off in the mail to you right away. Good night, everybody. Thanks for the support. I'm going to find what I did with my mouse.